Hi, this is Peter Gold and welcome to Pay-Per-Click Advertising Explained. A quick introduction to some of the basic terms and how I do a very simple campaign calculation. Short agenda to keep the presentation down to under 5 minutes. Hopefully the explanations are all self-explanatory, but obviously as this is a video I'll continue on to the next slide, but you can pause me now if you need to read these before I go further. So the kind of numbers you'll see on Google are very different to Facebook and LinkedIn. Google users are there with intent to find something, so if your advert pops up on their search phrase, they're more likely to click on the advert. Whereas when you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, you have a very different intent, which means the adverts tend to go unnoticed. So take this into consideration when planning campaigns and setting expectations. To set the scene, I'd expect Google AdWords ads to have a CTR percentage of at least 5% and in some cases over 20%. So on first impressions, these CTR percentages look quite low in comparison to Google. The top two examples are from LinkedIn. So although the CTRs are low, the number of clicks are important. But also look at the impressions, because obviously people have not clicked, but they will have seen your brand. So from an awareness point of view, good exposure potentially for very little cost. But as you can see, the recruitment advert here at 0.049% is virtually double the B2B advert. The bottom set of results are from Facebook recruitment ads. CTRs are double again. A social click, as you can see here, again quite a good CTR, is where an advert included some social context such as information about a friend who connected with your page, event or app or something like that. But as you can see, the social CTR isn't that much higher, and in fact lower in that case, than the non-social CTR. It's quite an important result, which I'll go on to another day when I talk about ZMOT. So the point here is to know the kind of figures for calculations from social advertising to Google AdWords advertising. So here's how I'd set up a high level kind of budget calculation. Obviously you can change the numbers to suit. 90% might sound high, but trust me, it's not far from reality and best to err on the side of caution. I tend to work on a cost per click of between £2 and £3, but as you can see, the kind of potential cost to get your number of applicants. So the question is, would CPM be cheaper? People tend to think cost per click is always the best way to go. So as you can see here, 1% CTR. The CPM is working out a lot cheaper. And this isn't me just playing with numbers, because it does actually work out like this in real time. Obviously CPC is a lot less risk, but in some cases CPM can work out a lot cheaper. But here's some calculations that are more relevant to social networks. So again, you can see that the cost's the same and probably more realistic for Facebook and LinkedIn. So what do? How do you make your decision? So I always start with CPC, then monitor it every few hours the first couple of days on Facebook, because the minimum cost they suggest when you start a campaign often reduces and you can alter your bid to suit. One of the things with social ads is there's something called ad fatigue. Now the theory is that if your ad's shown around 8 to 10 times to someone, although no one seems to know the real number, and the person doesn't click on your ad, then they no longer see that ad. No clicks, no cash for the social networks, so obviously they want to show you an advert that will be clicked. So once your ad slows and you get no more clicks, swap to CPM. Of course, the advertiser now gets paid regardless, and you get your ad to run a little bit longer and you get to mop up any remaining clicks. Now I've done this for every campaign and it works every time, but obviously make sure you still monitor the clicks, because eventually they will dry up and obviously you'll run out of budget. So that's a short explanation. I hope you found it useful. There will be more videos, so do stay tuned. I always update Twitter and LinkedIn when there's a new video, so please follow or connect with me. If you've not taken our employer brand marketing checkup, click the button on the right of this video to find out more. That's it for me. Thank you for watching.